Welcome! This is the 5th video in the Classroom Scheduling series. We now focus on the Reserve Capacity tab. A reserve capacity reserves a specific number of seats in a section for students who meet specified criteria. Reserve capacity requirement groups should be used when only a part of the total seats need to be reserved for specific groups of students or for a part of the enrollment period. Reserve capacity requirement groups should never be used in place of a course requirement, like a prerequisite, for example. This is also the area where you can see class blocks, sometimes called cohorts. When using reserved capacities, build your hardest or strictest requirements first. The system looks at reserves in order, and students often qualify for more than one, so we want them to fill the most restrictive capacities first. In this example, there are 196 seats held for class science majors, starting in February, probably when the class was built. Note you can't hold seats too early, but you can hold them too late. Reserve capacities will roll over from like semester to like semester. On August 2nd, the first row takes over and all but one of the seats is released. Common practice is to use this second date to release seats 2 weeks before the start of classes, so that your classes continue to fill. If no students enroll in this reserve capacity, it will need to be deleted to release that final seat. Note that there are 141 students enrolled so far, so there are about 50 seats remaining in this capacity. If no one else enrolls, these 50 seats would then be open to the eligible student population on August 2nd. Why not set this to 0? If you do, PeopleSoft will assume that there is no reserve capacity in either row. The second reserve capacity sequence is used to reserve 35 seats for non-SOLS majors or pre-health. Notice that 24 have taken the seats, so there are about 10 left until August 2nd. For Honors, iCourse, ASU Online, Graduate, and Study Abroad class sections, you can let the registration stay in place forever. For all other courses, you must use the two-row solution, where you release unused reserve seats prior to semester start. This allows for your courses to completely fill. For ASU Online and iCourses, every seat must be reserved. For blended on-ground courses, you can have none, some, or all seats reserved. When setting up reserve capacities, you must select the group from a pre-existing list. To get new items on the list, email courses@asu.edu. This list has many entries, and it will only return the first 300 from your search. Asking in your department for common group items is helpful, or you can ask courses@asu.edu for help. For example, if I wanted to see the requirement groups for freshmen, I can search for all groups that have fresh contained in their description. For our example, we will pick WPC International Freshman or Sophomore as the group. After we pick the group, we can choose how many to reserve. In this example, we will reserve 10, which will leave 20 seats open to the rest of the student population. In order to completely fill your class, you release seats about 2 weeks before semester start. In this example, we use August 2nd and reduce the reservation to 1 seat. On that date, this reserve capacity will reduce to 1 seat, releasing any open seats to the entire student population. Let's reserve more seats for a less specific group of students. We'll add a row, pick a start date, and then choose all incoming freshmen. We'll reserve the last 20 seats for these students and set up the release for prior to the semester. So here you can see the two reserved capacities. The first one is the most restrictive, and they both release prior to the semester start. Please refer to your user guide for detailed information about reserved capacities. Thank you for watching.